Hey, Natalie, I've got your work up here. I was just reading through your writing. I know my presentation needs a lot of work. Plan to rework the logo font and design. I have attached my document, which includes last week's information gathered. Well, some items from this week, minus the paper prototype. When I do the paper prototype, I need to show the navigation a bit better. Okay, awesome. Cool. Let's go ahead and take a look at the work. And of course, yeah, the process book is a work in progress, definitely. So it would be expected that you'll make um, design changes until the final submission for the process book coming up here in a couple of weeks. So, yeah, definitely a design work in progress. Let's go and take a look. I've got you up right here. There, I think, is there the name of the app? I thought that was a little bit confusing. The name of the app, I believe, is there. So, okay, so then we have the issue. Great job. Solution, good. Everything's looking really great here. Typical users, competition. There are some wellness competition apps, and it's important that you compare apples to apples. So you don't want to compare when you talk about competition. You don't want to talk about a website comparing a website to your competitively to your app. You want to compare apps. So it doesn't have to be an app that is the exact same as yours, as long as it's within the wellness or self-help genre. There's enough there for you to be able to look at it and say, okay, this works, I like this, but this doesn't. So you see what I'm saying? And that's the whole idea of representing a comparative competitive analysis. App features, three key features. Great job there. Personas. Nice job developing your personas. I think right now you've got a 28-year-old female, full time. But what's her profession? What does she do? That's important. So you want to really drill down here in your demographics. So is she a professional, or is she working in the service industry? Is she a student? You really want to really get those demographics isolated, and you want to try to create. I recommend three personas that are really highly defined and as uniquely diverse as you possibly can. Okay, so you could use a student for one, an elderly person for another, and then a working professional for a third. You see what I'm saying? Personas, good job, good job. And then the scenarios. That's great. A really good idea is to take your scenario and storyboard that out. So you've got your storyboards based on a specific persona and the defined scenario. So you just kind of storyboard that out. A really great example of storyboards. Now, and again, this is from the course announcement examples, week 2 assignment examples, but this one right here from example 2, this is a really great depiction of storyboards because it shows uh, a depiction of the scenario without the app and the problem persists. And then it shows how the problem is rectified as there's another storyboard depicting the scenario with the app. Okay, and I think that's really, really effective. I think that would be a great approach for your work. Okay, storyboards. Good job on your storyboards. I think they could be a little bit more detailed and complete, but this is great. We got two storyboards. Now you've got sketches. I'm not really sure what sketches mean. So we want to do two things. We want to develop, and I'm going to go over to the course announcement specifically. Welcome to week 2. And this is what to do this week, right? So target audience, that's the main research. Establish personas and at least one scenario. I recommend 3 personas and 3 scenarios. Create a wireframe sketches for all screens. These are what wireframes look like. They're basic skeletal structure of the screens. So you want to develop your wireframes for each of the screens. Now, wireframes can be sketched. They don't have to be digital. It's whatever you prefer. A more professional look would be digital. But so where was I? Where was I? This is what I get a problem when I open up so many windows at the same time. Um, Sorry about that. Okay, sorry about that. At any rate, let me see. So we have personas, scenarios of wireframes. I wanted to show you paper prototypes. So wireframes and the storyboard scenarios and then paper prototypes. This is what paper prototypes look like. So basically it would be a depiction of the screen, and then you would use those little screens to fit in a model, a prototype of a cell phone or an iPad. a mobile app. So you can switch these screens out here in your user testing. So an example for user testing would be you would have the welcome screen, right? And you would ask your user, where would you click to log in? And then they would point to somewhere where they log in. And they either get it right or they get it wrong. If they get it wrong, if more than one user gets it wrong, it's an indication that you want to redesign that screen to make it more expeditious and clear to the user where you want them to click. If they get it right, you would switch that out to the next screen depicting where they, excuse me, where they placed the, um, or their decision. You would replace that screen with the appropriate screen, ask them the next question, and ask them to point where that screen would, you see what I'm saying? That's the testing procedure, right? So you want to create your paper prototype so that you can depict all screens in your testing session. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. And again, back to week 2 course announcement. These are what is deliverable. I'm looking for this stuff to be done by Sunday. Okay, all right, great. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications. All right, great, thank you.